Social media involves getting yourselves out there, and let's face it, a lot of people just don't want to do that, but I do have a solution for you. What if you could clone yourself with AI and have it automatically write, film, and post content to all major social media platforms like LinkedIn, YouTube, X, Facebook, all that kind of stuff? And it all starts with a simple topic that you chose right in the very beginning. So if you stick around with me to the end of this video, I will show you a brand new way of uploading that no one is talking about because, let's face it, it's brand new. I will walk you through the entire process step by step so you can build along right with me if you so choose to. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Palmer Joseph. I've been playing around with n8n for quite a while now. I absolutely love it. It has made me more productive, more efficient in everything that I do in my personal life and business life. So if it's the type of content you like to watch, then please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell for more content from me, and I'll make sure to provide to you as much as I can. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay guys, so I'm going to walk you through the entire process step by step. You can build along right with me if you want to, but if you don't and you want this entire workflow to yourself right off the bat, all you got to do is click on the link in the description below, join the community. There's going to be a lot of workflows in there. You can download the file instantly. All you got to do is go to the top right corner with these three dots, click on that, click on import file, choose the file that you have downloaded from into your computer, and this will pop up exactly as it looks like in your n8n instance. But you can use this video to follow along with me because you may have to customize it in some shape or form to make it more suitable to what you want. But overall, this is all set for you to go. It is extremely simple. Now, let me just show you. I'm not going to do a quick demo. I'm going through the whole workflow because I don't want to keep using API calls, but let me just show you the result. Okay, so I'm using HeyGen. Pretty sure you've heard about this. If you haven't, awesome software. This can make your AI clones for you amazingly well. But let me show you what this looks like. Tired of wasting time on repetitive tasks? With n8n, you can automate your workflow and take back control of your day. Imagine effortlessly handling those boring chores. What task would you love to automate first? Let's dive in. There you go. That was not me. I did not say a word. Okay, all I did was give it a blank template of myself and gave it my voice, and it used my actual voice and my facial features, and it did all that even with a hand movement. It's freaking amazing. I look really stupid there, but maybe it's just me. I'm very critical of myself. Other than that, what also happened was that it automatically posted into my YouTube channel, as you can see right here. Let me click on this guy again. Tired of wasting time on repetitive tasks? So it did that all automatically. I'm not going to go through an entire video for you again because you already saw that. As you can see, I have made a lot of videos already. I'm trying to pump out as much content for you on a daily basis. So if you like this type of stuff, then again, another quick plug, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell because I'll be making a lot of content for you guys, a lot of automation so you can just follow along, or you just copy and paste it from me. But either way, I want to make sure you get the most out of the channel. So let me walk you through each step one at a time right now so you can build along right with me. So let's get into it. All right, so the first step in every trigger and every automation is having a trigger. Obviously, no automation will start if you have no trigger. So in this example, in this demo, I used a Telegram trigger because I use Telegram a lot. I prefer Telegram over WhatsApp. I'm not gonna explain why. It's just better. Telegram is way better in terms of working with n8n. But that's just me. Other than that, how you get started is obviously you have to have a Telegram. Go to the top right corner, click on the plus button, type in Telegram. Click on that, scroll all the way down to the triggers, and the one we are specifically looking for is on message. So when you click on that, this guy will pop up right here. All you got to do is connect your Telegram credentials to n8n. If you have not done so yet, all you got to do is watch the quick video right above there in the corner. That card will walk you through the whole process. It takes 4 minutes long, simple as hell. So as you can see, everything is already connected. My Telegram is connected to my credentials. Trigger is on message. Once we have that done, let's just execute this. I'm just going to choose, let's just say I'm going to choose n8n automations again. Click on enter. As you can see, that already started it all working for me. The next node is a code node. Now how you get this is click on the top right again, type in code, click on that. It'll pop up as code right here. So this is not essential if you don't really care. What this actually does is just anonymizes your output. Because what I've found from another YouTuber that I've been following is that if you don't have this, people on Telegram are able to see what kind of responses, what kind of outputs, what kind of inputs you've been putting into Telegram. So this is just a way to block it all. So if you want to copy this code, go for it. The only thing you got to change is this chat ID because you will have your own specific chat ID this is mine, this is not going to work for you. So if you use mine, it's not going to do nothing. So again, you can pause the video right here. You can copy and paste it into your code node. How you get the chat ID is you going back into Telegram, come back here, go to the very beginning. In the search bar, type in get ID bot, which is right there. Put in this little prompt /start, and you'll get your chat ID. So as you can see right now, it ends in 0249, 0249. You will have your own, so don't use mine. It's not going to work. So other than that, once you have this all done, that is your code node. Now, this switch, okay, how you get this is click on the top right, type in switch. You only have one. Click on that. You can choose it right here. So let me go into this. This will be blank for you when you first start off, but let me walk you through how you get this. So essentially, what this does, as you can see closer up, you can see voice or text. So what that does is basically it determines whether or not your Telegram message was a text message or was it used through voice. So it splits those off in either direction, but in this instance, as you saw when I first did the demo or the first build out, I'm using text because I just typed in my topic. So it went down this branch and then went into my headline agent, but we'll get into that in a second. Okay, so how we get to make this work is, first off, we'll scroll down into creating the routing rules. So you need two. This will be blank when you first start off, so all you gotta do is click on the add routing rule. This will be blank, like I said. So how you get the voice one is pretty simple. Actually, let me just start this off by actually using a voice. So let me reset this, execute workflow, come back to my little thing, n8n automations. So as you can see, it pushed through into the top branch now, which is your text, or which is your voice. So again, how we get this, going back to routing rules, go back into finding out which input it requires. So to get this one right here, we have to come back into your Telegram message. Oh, sorry, into your previous node, which is getting the type, which is going to be right here. So make sure you click on this, drag it over, drop it in there, and you are good to go. So it's the exact same thing. I'm going to remove that because it is not required. It's already there. So make sure that it is a string and that it exists. If that does exist, turn on the toggle for the output, make sure it's voice. If you're using text, you obviously want to route it a different way because it's not voice, this is text. How you do this, go back to the Telegram trigger, scroll all the way down, find the text that you actually put in. Mine would say message text because I typed in n8n automations. Just drag that in. Since I'm using voice right now, it's not here, but you will see it if you're in your Telegram trigger. You find the exact same text, you drag it in there, drop it, and you're good to go. Make sure also it is a string and that it exists. Toggle on the output and name it to text if you so chose to. Okay, so that is done. So once that is done, all you gotta do is go to the next Telegram trigger. How you get that again is just going by Telegram, top right corner. Make sure you're choosing get a file, which is right there. So you click on get a file, you'll see this one right here. Again, connect your Telegram trigger. If you already done it to the first one, this should be automatically in there. Super simple. Resources file, operation is get because that's what you chose. The file ID, you get it from a previous node, which is from your switch node. And how you get this, you make sure you look for the voice file ID because again, we are here to download the voice ID. So this is it right here. So make sure it's under voice, file ID, drag it in there, paste it in, and you are set to the races. So it's this weird gibberish thing. I don't even know what the hell that is, but once you have that done, you can rename it to whatever you want. You can execute the step and you'll get the binary output, which is data, which is important for you to remember because this is going to be important for you in the next node, which is an OpenAI node. Okay, so let's go and move over to the next one. So how you get this guy, just go in the top right, type in type in OpenAI, and you scroll all the way down, choose transcribe a recording because we need to it needs to transcribe it because it needs to be text to go into the AI agent. If it does not know it's a text, it's all going to break and it's not going to work. So make sure you chose transcribe a recording, and this is what you can get. You need to have your OpenAI credentials connected. If you don't know how to do that, watch the card in the top right corner there. You can walk through it. It literally takes a minute. Super simple. Okay, everything is still the same. Make sure that your input data field name is data. It has to match whatever it is from the previous node, which is your Telegram file ID. So make sure it matches. If this says data with an S, it's going to break. So make sure it's data exactly as it looks like from the previous node, and that will push it through into the first AI agent. But let's just rewind a quick second. If you did this through text, what you got to do is put a set node. And how you get that? top right, type in set. You got this little pencil thing. Click on that. Make sure it's connected to the text. Open that up. Everything will be blank. How you set this up is simple. We're going to put in text, which is the first blocks here or whatever. It's a string. How you get this is, again, going back to the Telegram message, into the switch node and pulling out the message text. You'll see this exactly as it is, and you'll just drag it in there and you are set to go, and then you can execute it. So both outputs from both the voice and the text will come out as exactly like this. It'll be a text output. Yep. So let's move on to the AI agent. This is your first one. How you get this guy is just type in AI agent. It's this weird looking robot looking guy. Click on that guy. Let's just double click on it. I have these outputs pinned because I just don't want to keep on wasting API calls. So our very first AI agent is known to be the headline agent. As default, when you first pull it out, it'll be set to connected to chat trigger node, which is wrong. So what we want to do is click on the drop down and click on define below, as I have right now. So we have to give it a user prompt message. Okay. So let's expand this out really quick. How we do this is we want to tell it, like, the topic that we provided it is exactly a variable, because this will change automatically each and every single time. So as I said in the very beginning, when I put in the voice input, I said n8n automations, and it changed it around a little bit to AI automations with n8n, which is exactly the same. So as you can see, the output is right there, but this will be variable each and every single time. So if you change it to like cooking with dogs, I don't know how I came up with that, but it'll tell you that that'll be the output. Okay. That is how you set that up for the input. Everything else is toggled off. You don't need to have any of this stuff in this tutorial. What's important is to have your system message. How you get this is click on add option. It'll be in this selection. Since I already selected it, choose system message. This is important for you to actually grasp, because this tells the AI agent what to do. So the prompts are probably the most important thing for you to actually understand. So let me show you what you got to put in here. And if you want to, you can just paste, you can just pause the video, copy it. But I used ChatGPT and I tweaked it and I reacted to it as it progressed to have a better output as I wanted it. But overall, as you can see right here, you are an expert headline creation specialist for short form video, because I'm ideally using this for like shorts, YouTube shorts, Instagram reels, TikTok videos, anything that is small. But if you really want to make this as an entire like YouTube video that's like 10, 20 minutes long, you can too. You just got to change around the prompt and make sure that it's no longer a short form video. Make sure it says long form video, because it'll get confused. And also give it like which one you're specifically targeting. So like I said, since it's short form, it's mostly Instagram reels and or YouTube shorts. You have generated billions of views because I want to give it a role to understand what type of identity it is holding as an agent right now. So its role, your only job is to create compelling, click-worthy headlines for Instagram reels and YouTube shorts. Blah, blah, blah. I'll give you a topic as you saw in the user prompt message. It has to be 5 to 10 words max. I don't want to be too long. It confuses the next AI agent. So we don't want to do that. So this is when reactive prompting came in. I just wanted to make sure that the next agent knows what to do. Use emotional triggers, power words, because these are things like hooks that we want to engage with people when they first click on a video, because people's attention span is so small these days. It's optimized for mobile viewing, drives clicks, output. Only return the headline. Okay. Before I had this little prompt in there, it always came back, I chose this because blah blah blah. It gave me a lot of explanations, a lot of digital text, and I don't want that. I gave it a few examples right here, and a final reminder that current date and time is $now. In case you want to talk about current events or something, just understand that these are all here just to understand what it is in terms of time and date. Okay. That is a prompt for the headline agent. I gave it a chat model, which is 4.1 mini. You can connect it right there. All you gotta do is click on this little plus sign, which is right there before. Click on 4.1 mini. I also gave it a tool, which is a think tool. How you get this? Click on a little plus sign there. Just type in think. Whoops, think. You get that right there. This in itself is completely default. Leave it as it is. I connect it to there. Now, the output, as you can see from the headline agents, now we have an output saying unlock your time, automate tasks with n8n. And all I gave it as an input from my Telegram was AI automations with n8n. Output, unlock your time. More hook worthy, more of a catchy title, so the next AI agent knows what to do with it. So like I said, I pinned this. I just didn't want to make more API calls. You can do the same if you so choose to, but if you want to test it out, unpin it and go from there. Now, goes to the next AI agent, exactly the same as you did before. Top right, type in AI agent, click on a little robot, double click onto that. Make sure you chose a drop down because default is this one. Choose define below. Headline this time is we're going to take the output from the previous agent, which is our headline agent. So I gave it the prompt. The headline provided is this guy right here, dragged and dropped it in there, exactly the same way. Now it knows that the headline we're giving it is unlock your time, automate tasks with n8n. This will be a variable each and every single time because if you continue to use this automation, you'll obviously have different topics. You don't want to keep on giving the same one. So this will know that it's going to be a dynamic variable, okay? Once that's done, everything is still talk it off. System message for what the role of this AI agent is important. So let me blow this up. If you want this, pause the video, copy it as it is. Let me show you what's going on here. So this one has a bigger task, but it takes the input from the previous agent in terms of the headline, and now it's here to create a 10-second video script creation for myself. So as this is demo purpose, you can make it longer because obviously YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels, they have longer form videos in terms of like maybe a minute long. So you can change this up to whichever way you want. I just chose 10 seconds because I just want to do this for demo purposes. Again, if you want to make a longer form video, change this up to whichever way you want. You can tell it to be a 10-minute video script. If you wanted to, just understand that you just got to change the prompts a little bit, tweak it. So the role, you are an expert video script writer. Your only job is to create 10-15 second scripts for an AI clone to deliver in a short form video for Instagram or YouTube. Again, alter it whichever way you want that works for you. So it's going to be given a headline. So you got to create a script, 35 to 50 words, because what I found is that 35 to 50 words is about 15 seconds long. So alter this if you want it to be longer form. If you want it to be 60 seconds long, then times it by 4. You should be good to go. Hook viewers in the first 3 to 6 words. Most important because as we already know, every time we watch some short form video, the hook is the most important part for us to actually be more engaged, to actually listen to what the rest of the video is. So that is why it is there. Delivers in the headlines promise, conversational direct language, ends with engagement. So it's call to action or a question, okay? Output format, same thing, only the script. No directions, no explanations, no additional text, all that kind of stuff. Give it some examples, give it an input, give it an output, another example. Important rules. Like I said, after some tweaking, after we've been testing this out, this is important for you to actually have all in here. I don't want any directions. There's no introductory phrases. I don't want to be like, welcome to my channel, blah, 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 blah. I don't want explanations. It's all in here, okay? Once that understands what to do there, perfect. As you can see, the output right here is a script from the input, which is from the previous agent of unlock your time, automate tasks with n8n. The output is a script, is tired of wasting time on repetitive tasks. With n8n, you can automate your workflow exactly as what you saw in the video that I just played for you at the very beginning of this YouTube video. So this is exactly the script that my AI clone has said. I didn't have to do nothing. So I also pinned this just because I don't want to make any more calls. Same thing, I connected it to the same brain, which is 4.1 mini. I also connected the same tool, which is a think tool, just in case it needs to reiterate, think about what it actually created. That's what the think tool is for. I just put it with every AI agent right now, even though it doesn't use it. I just found it to be more helpful. So in case it needs to fall back on it, it's there. So once that is done, we're going to go to an HTTP node. So this is one that a lot of people will probably trip up on. So let me explain to you how you get this. First off, you got to get the node first. Type in HTTP. Oops. Click on this little world thing. Click on that. It'll bring you up to here. This will be all blank. So first off, we need to get the API key for HeyGen. So this is a little tricky for me. I spent a bit of time trying to figure this out. Now that I have, let me show you how to do this. So obviously just open up a new tab. Go into Google, type in HeyGen API as it is right there. Goes into the first one right here, which is HeyGen API documentations. And what you have to do when you get to this site is go to API references. Now, there's a lot of stuff in here, but let me break it down for you to fully understand which one we're looking for, okay? The one we're looking for is obviously a video generation, so we're looking at this one. Click create a avatar video 2, okay? What we're here to do is we're going to look for what's required to be inside the curl command. But as you can see, it's right here. To get this, all we have to do is copy this URL, as you see right there. Copy it, come back into n8n, paste it in there. So as you can see, it's exactly the same. I just pasted it, but we come back. This is a post request. So make sure in the method you're choosing post, not get, it's post. Okay. From here, you have to choose your API or connect it to HeyGen, and how you go back to doing this is go to heygen.com. All you gotta do is you have to create an account. If you don't have one yet, please go and do so. It has some onboarding things for you to do. It's gonna ask for your name, email address, all that kind of jazz. Super simple. I'm not gonna walk you through that because it is extremely straightforward. Once you have that all done, you'll come to this screen right here, which is the home page. What you have to do here, go to the bottom, click on that guy, click on this little cog icon, which is for the settings. Go over to subscriptions and API, go to HeyGen API, and then you can get the API token, copy that. You can come back to n8n. Make sure that this would start off as none. Get the drop down, choose generic credential type, choose header auth, okay, because this is how it gets authentication to use and access HeyGen's API through your token. So make sure it's header auth. Then from here, this will be blank. So create new credential. So since this will be HeyGen, you name it to HeyGen demo, whatever. Make sure that when you're choosing this guy, that this is going to be an X API key. So it'll be this guy right here. Copy that, come back in here. Then your token is from a second ago. So copy that, come back in, paste it in there, save, you're good to go. So successfully created, done. Since I'm not going to use that because this is a demo, I'm going to use my actual one. So it's right there. Toggle it off the header, turn on the body, and you got to make sure that this is the body content type is JSON. Specify body. This will start off as using fields below. Make sure you use the JSON, using JSON. And how you get this JSON code is coming back into the API references like I showed you a second ago. Okay, so now that you're back into the HeyGen API reference website, what you got to do is scroll all the way down because there's some things you got to fill in because it's required for it to understand what type of output it is that you want. So let's go all the way down. Again, we're inside create avatar video version 2. Here it is in response. That's where you want to be. So as you can see, there's some requirements. Okay, so dimension object, click on that. This is default. It's 1280 by 720 because this is horizontal. This is for a YouTube video, like I said a second ago. So I want to make sure that this is actually formatted for a YouTube video. But if you want to make this vertical, then obviously change around the dimensions to whatever it is that you want. Maybe it's for Instagram or TikTok. Change it up. But again, this is default because it is for YouTube. So I'll leave that alone as it is. But remember, it's there and it's a requirement. So let's just get out of that. Once we are here, we're going to scroll down to video inputs. This is stuff that you got to be aware of. Since we're using our avatar from HeyGen, all you got to do is go into the character object drop down, click on this guy. We're going to look for the avatar ID. So I'm going to fill this in, just type in fill in, and you see it's right there. Just to remind me that that's what I got to put in and fill in as an avatar ID, and I'll show you where to get that. Everything else still the same. Yeah, that's fine. Let's close this off. Voice is another thing that we require. So we need a voice ID. So we just put in fill in. As you can see, it popped up right over there. And also the input text, I'll put in fill in. Just to remind me what to do. Once that is done, all I simply do is take this entire curl command or command, come back into HeyGen, into n8n, open this up, and I can just paste it exactly as it is. But since I already have it there, it's exactly the same way. Okay, now that we have this entire code in here, there's stuff that we have to fill in. So there's some prerequisites in order for this to work. So let me walk you through how you actually get all this, like the avatar ID, the voice ID, input text we can get from the script agent. But let me walk you through how you get all this. So let's go back to HeyGen really quick. Once you have your account set up, you're obviously back at the home page. What we want to do is go to My Avatars. Since I'm using a free plan, if you want to use a paid plan, then obviously click on the link in the description below. It's also in there as well if you want to play around with this to try it out for free first. But since I'm using a free one, I only get one avatar, which is myself. But if you want to create your own, and this will be blank for you when you first start, click on this create avatar. Follow the little prompts. Obviously start with video. As you can see, 1 slots remaining because, like I said, I already used mine, which is right here. Follow the quick instructions. All you gotta do is create a very short video of yourself, about 30 to 2 minutes long. I have nice lighting, so it's shining in your face, so there's no like weird looking shades or whatever. Just follow the prompts, okay? Literally takes not too long. Upload it. HeyGen will give you an email back telling you it's all ready to go, and it'll give you an avatar right there. The next step is going to voices, and you gotta create a new voice, okay? As I said, I only have one because since it's a free edition, I only get one voice, my voice clone right here. So it sounds like this.
Hey there, here's how I sound. Hope you like it. The right voice brings avatar video.
So yeah, just follow quick prompts, create a new voice, which will be your own voice, give it a quick sample of what you sound like, just talk. You're probably gonna read a little script and basically it's just gonna extract your voice. Once you have that done, perfect. Now you have your avatar, your facial features of yourself, and now your voice. So we're gonna get the IDs from that. So as you remember, I had this as fill in for avatar ID, and voice ID was also filled in. Same with input text, but like I said, all you gotta do is drag this in, bring it in between both quote marks, and I'll have it exactly as an output, so it knows exactly what script to say. But let's figure out our avatar ID and our voice ID and how we get that. Let's go back to HeyGen, go into my avatar, go click on your avatar. Then once you have that guy, go into the top right corner in the three dots, get copy avatar ID. Once you have that done, come back into n8n, paste that in there. So as you can see, it's exact same numbers, ends in 9A2. I just deleted it, 9A2. Now let's get the voice ID. How you do that? Go into voices in the left column. Once this is done, once it's all processed for you, same thing, three dots, top right, get voice ID, come back to n8n, paste it in between the two quote marks. Mine ends in DBA. Let's just get rid of that. Exactly the same thing right there. So again, let me just remind you, input text is a script, so you just drag this in from your script agent and it'll say this. Now it has your avatar looking like you, has your voice, and this is the script that you will say as a clone. That is done. That is how you set up your HTTP request for HeyGen. I know it's a little bit complicated, but again, I spent like a whole day trying to figure this out, and I just showed you in like 5 minutes. Anyways, once you have that done, execute the step. I had this pinned again, but again, you will get a voice ID, which is right here, which is good. If you get an output, it's a good sign. What you gotta do from here, go into the next node. This is a wait node. Okay, what you have to understand is that if you give it a request to process your video, it's gonna take some time for HeyGen to complete it. What I found for 15-second videos, it's about a minute long. So I just gave it some extra buffer, which is 90 seconds. So once that's done, it'll be ready for you, or it should be. But again, keep in mind that if you are doing like a longer form video, maybe you're doing an entire YouTube video, like 10 minutes long, it's gonna take a lot longer. So change this up, test this out, whichever way you want. Give yourself a wait node. This is how you do it. Click on the top right, type in wait. You'll have this guy. Click on that, change it up. This will be in seconds, and this is currently default 5, so change it up whichever way you want. You can click on a drop down, choose minutes if you want to give it 5 minutes, but whatever way you want to do it, that is how you do it. Next node is this time we're going to get the video from HeyGen. Now it's done and it's processed, we want to get it. How we get this is the same thing, top right, HTTP. Once you click on that guy, you're good to go. Now let's double click on that. This time it is a little bit different. Now, since we're getting the video, we're not posting, we're not getting anything to be processed inside HeyGen. We're still going back to the HeyGen API reference, and how we go back to do that, go into the same website that we went to a second ago. This time, we are going to retrieve the video, okay? Click on that guy, and we are getting this URL right here. So highlight this guy, copy it, and as you can see, the request is get, not post. Come back to n8n. Make sure you choose get, not post. This time is get. The thing I just showed you a second ago, paste it in there. I'll delete that, but that's exactly how it is. Connect your HeyGen credentials like you did for the previous one. Generic credential type, header auth. You already have it named to HeyGen API, so whatever it is you named it as, choose that one. Turn on send query parameters. Specify, which is using the field below. Again, since in the previous node, we have before the wait node, we have the video ID. Make sure you give it the name exactly as it is. So it's video underscore ID, all in lowercase. Make sure you have it exactly as it is. Then you drag that stuff and you drag it right in there. Okay? Since it's already in there, I'm gonna leave it alone. Everything else is toggled off, nothing else to be done there. Execute the step, you'll have everything here as an output. Perfect. Now we can move on to the next one. Now you have your video. What we got to do is download it into our computer. And how we got to do that is you do a last HTTP node. So top right, HTTP, click on that guy. This time it's also another get, but nothing else. Okay. What we're doing here is we're just taking the URL from the previous video. How we get this, come back here, drag that in, drop it in. Exactly same thing as you can see, data, video, URL. Delete that. Now it's going to download the video. Everything else remains off. You can execute the step. Now it has it downloaded. Lastly, this is the brand new node that is simply no one else is talking about. So this is called upload post. It's really awesome because this can go to and upload your videos, your posts to all different types of social media platforms right now. So this is what it looks like. So when you first come onto this, it's going to be blank. So it's upload-post.com. It'll bring you to this screen right here. You can go to the very top right, click on try for free. You can play around with it as much as you want, but I'll put the link in the description below. Try it out. This is way cheaper, way better than Blotato, because a lot of people like to use Blotato. Just has more nodes, more work, more everything. It's just not worth it for me. I found upload post to be so much easier, and how you get this in n8n is going to the top right, type in upload post. Yours, if you don't never used it before, you'll have to click on it and actually install the node. So since mine is already installed, as you can see, there's 3 actions I can use. I can upload photos, upload a video, or upload a text post. Obviously, right now, we're going to be doing a video, so we're going to choose this guy. So that's how you get this node, okay? But if you don't have it in your computer yet, make sure to install the node first, and then you can actually start using it. Now, how you get to make this work, so we double click on that, we need to have your credentials set up. So obviously, the simplest way is to go to the website. As you saw in the very beginning, it says try for free, click on that. So once you're in the homepage of upload post, all you gotta do is fill in the actual stuff you gotta finish up. Obviously, you're gonna create your user profile. Remember the name you gave it yourself. So if you chose, in my instance, it's Palmer space Joseph. First letters are capitalized. If you want to change it up, make sure you remember it's case sensitive. Okay, if you don't have a space in there, that's gotta be right too. So you create a user profile, connect all your social media accounts. It'll walk you through how to do that. We'll generate an API key. And then once you have that done, come back into the top, manage users. Now, just understand, if you're doing this for TikTok, you need to have an upgraded plan. You can't do this on a free plan. It's just how it is. But you can do this with everything else. As you can see right here, I already connected my Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. I don't have X, I don't have Pinterest, and I don't have Threads. But you can do it for all of them if you so choose it, except for TikTok. You gotta pay. You need to have a you need to have a play plan in order to have TikTok. But as you can see, I have everything connected right now. These are the platforms that I use. And for this instance, in this demo, I'm only simply doing it for YouTube. But if I wanted to upload it to like Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook, I could do the same thing, but I'll walk you through what that looks like. But again, just in these demo purposes, I did it for YouTube. As you saw in the beginning of the video, it's already uploaded as unlisted. Now, as you can see right here again, this is my username, oh, I thought I had a space. Capital P, capital J, Palmer Joseph, one word. That's how I'm gonna identify the user inside of upload post, inside a node, and n8n. That didn't make sense. Rewind it a little bit. I think I said that right. But yeah, you can have up to 9 different platforms all working in unison. Super easy. Now, let's come back to n8n. How you get this, you gotta create a credential. So click on create new credential. All you need is your API key. So you come back to upload post, go into API keys right there. That's your API key, copy it, right? Come back to n8n, paste it inside, save it, you are done. Now you have upload post credentials created for n8n. Operations upload video because you chose the upload video node because there's 3 options. Remember, we chose upload video. User ID, user identifier. Let's come back to upload, get out of here. As I mentioned a second ago, user ID is your profile. Palmer Joseph, no space, capital letters for the beginning. Come back in, as you can see right there, exactly as it is. There's no space. It's very case sensitive. Now, choose your platforms. Like I said, I'm only doing this for YouTube, but if I want to do it for everything else, I can add them on as well. So if I want to do LinkedIn, I want to do for Facebook and Instagram, it's all there. But I'm not going to do that. Just did it for this demo purposes for YouTube strictly, but it's all there once you have it all connected inside of upload post. But it's literally like a few clicks. It took like 10 seconds each. Super simple. Now, once that's done, the title and the main content, we're going to get that from the main agent or the headline agent. So we go back to headline agent right there. And how we get this is we got to go and get, where is it? Headline agent. Oops, I'm looking at the wrong one. Headline agent right here. The output, drag that in, drop it in there. And you see it's set it twice, unlock your time, unlock your time. So I'm going to delete that. So it knows this is the title. Left caption off because I don't want to have caption. The video is taken from a previous node, which is a download video. Come back in here, take this, paste it in there. So exactly the same thing as you can see. I'm going to delete that. YouTube video description was taken from our script agent. So let's go back in here. The output, drag it in, drop it in there. Exactly the same thing. I'm going to delete that because this is what I wanted to say in the YouTube description. And as you can see right here, go back in here. There it is. There's the title, as you saw. Description, as you saw. There you go. Super simple. Everything else is still the same. There's no YouTube tags. You can put some in. As for demo purposes, I left that out. Category, left it as 22. I think that was default. I chose unlisted because I don't want to actually have I don't want to make this public. I could make it private. I just left it as unlisted, but whatever. I turned on YouTube embeddable, standard YouTube license, everything else toggled off. I can execute the step. I'm not going to execute it because I don't want to paste this. I don't want to upload this one more time. But if you wanted to, you can. But like I said, this is it right here. Upload it into my YouTube channel, all done automatically. And it literally took me like maybe half an hour to set this all up. And this will be done every single day if I so choose to. And we are basically all set up and ready to go. That is the entire workflow in itself. There you go. All right, guys, thanks for getting to the end of the video. If you found that helpful and you found that useful, then take a moment to smash that like button, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to the channel because that lets me know I'm doing a good enough job that I'll keep on making these type of videos for you on an ongoing basis to show you guys how to be more productive, more useful, and you can actually sell these automations to whoever else that you want to do out there. So if you like this type of content, let me know. Tell me in the comments down below. I would really love to hear from you guys. Again, if you want this whole workflow for yourself, click the link in the description below. Join the community. It's all going to be in there for you. You just download it, paste it in. You're set to the races. You don't have to do a thing. And if you want to see more content from myself, you want to see more step-by-step videos, make sure to click on the next video somewhere on the screen. There's lots of stuff in there for you as well. It's all step-by-step. You can follow along with me. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.